Okay, we have a next lesson to look at, which is structures in cardboard. Um, Pay attention, pay attention. What are you doing wearing that hat? No help whatsoever. So this lesson we're working on an engineering journal and techniques using cardboard. And so here we have uh, just a few examples of the engineering journal that we've been working on. And we've been doing some drawing, um, a maze game, a couple of aeroplanes. And today we were looking at using slots in cardboard, a flange idea, and making a curve. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. Be ready with a marker pen, scissors, and some tape already pre-done. So one of the great things that we had to go at was cutting the slots so that we can begin to make structures. And that is a great engineering principle where we can join different things together. So that would be this drawing here, and we labeled that slot. Okay, get rid of that. And the other engineering principle we looked at was the idea of a flange, and we did a couple of flanges from a cylinder. And the first step was to make a cylinder, a couple of bits of tape here in the middle, and then we added some lines here in order to cut. And when we cut those, we could fold those out, and this is a good way. We did a drawing afterwards where we then traced round here. So this is a flange, and that helps that cylindrical structure stand up. We also had to go at a curve, and with the curve, we used the technique here. First of all, we drew these lines as straight as possible using a ruler, and then just scored along the lines. And let me remind you how we did the scoring was keeping it as parallel as possible, remembering that there's these corrugations in the cardboard that you're following. And then by scoring it, you can then get a nice, accurate bend. And we did a drawing of that here. We labeled that curve. We labeled that a curve. So great technique for corrugated cardboard. And the one we had, here's another piece which has got some slots in it. That was more difficult to cut because cardboard to cut with scissors is a little bit tricky. And we also tried this idea of gussets to reinforce a piece of angle. So if you have a fold and then you cut a little right angle triangle here, you can then add these in. I think that putting the sellotape in is quite difficult, but maybe with a piece of glue and then the sellotape to hold it all together, that would be much more effective. So those, oh, we didn't draw the gusset one, so maybe tomorrow. So we can get rid of that. Lots of success today. Really well done at making the engineering journals begin to come alive.